All right, we have those tech issues resolved. Go ahead, Crime.
Okay, let me just go back to this front screen here and do my introduction again. Hello, everyone. I am Metroid Crime, and I am so honored to be here opening up No Glitches Allowed 9 with my very fast run of V, or VVVVVV, or V6 is how I've also heard it referred to as. But let's just get into this right away. I will give you a countdown in 3, 2, 1, and go.
Fucking have fun.
Thank you. Okay, so here we go. So this is V. This is a game that came out in 2010, although it looks much older than that. It has a great soundtrack. I only speedrun games with great soundtracks, so y'all are in for a joy today. Let's go. So we're playing as the fast blue boy. Not that fast blue boy, but a fast blue boy. Specifically, the fast blue flippy boy. This is Viridian. This is Captain Viridian. And what you missed in that opening cutscene is that Captain Viridian and his crew, they crashed into some weird dimension. And things are going on, and we don't quite know what the story is at the moment, but we just got in contact with our ship, finally. We ended up in teleporter accident, and during that teleporter accident, our crew got scattered throughout this weird dimension. So, you'll notice there's all these strange things like, these, enemies that just have yes on them, and then we also have the Venga bus over here. There we go. So the basic mechanics of this game is that you are flipping gravity to make your way through this dimension to save your crewmates. There we go. So we are almost actually at the end of the very first level here. This is basically the tutorial level. It's called Space Station 1. And hey, there we go. We found one of our crewmates. This is Violet. She is the ship's navigation comms, and also doctor, I believe. But she was actually on the ship the entire time, so we didn't actually need to save her. More like just get in contact with her. But as you'll see, the story here is just going through. We're having a conversation with Violet, trying to figure out where everyone else on the ship, or everyone else from our crew could be. So the bulk of this run is there's individual like levels that you have to go through, and each of them has a slightly different gimmick. But there's also these areas over here where you kind of have to traverse in outer space. Luckily I know the route, so it's pretty painless, but if you don't know the route, it can be a little tricky. This game is excellent to play as a casual game as well. I played this game when it came out, and then I recently was looking for games to pick up to speedrun, and I was like, wait, why have I never decided to speedrun this game before? It's like one of my absolute favorites. Let's see if we can get through this and not get murdered by the truth here. There we go, look at that. So Space Station 2 here, this is actually one of the hardest levels in the game, and we are doing a glitchless any percent run, which means, let me just grab this first, there we go. This is a bit complex here. No, oh gosh, okay, we didn't grab a checkpoint, let's do this again. But it's good that this is one of the first levels in the game, because it means that you can reset easily. If you're not having a good Space Station 2, guess what, you can reset and you won't lose too much time. We're only about 3 minutes into this run. But, oh, let me just wait there for a second. You'll see us go through all these different rooms. There's some that continue like that, like there were clouds going through several different rooms there. But most of them are pretty self-contained. Let's get through there. More lies all over the place. So rude. You see all the lie machine over there on the right side there. So we can do this. Let me do that. There we go. That's a little tricky. Oh, gosh. Oops. So sometimes you go flying off the side. So there's a little bit of what I would call, I guess, ice physics in this game. So when you stop, you don't fully stop in place. You kind of slide around a little bit. Sometimes to your advantage, sometimes not really. Like for example, like this. Oops, nope. Let's try that again. There we go, that disappearing platform. You actually have enough time to end up on that platform, have it slowly disintegrate under you, and then make it back in time to not die there, but it's not in the cards for us today. Let's go here. Ooh. Osborne, if you have anything to mention or plug for the charity, now would be a great time.
We actually had one donation come in during the run. We have a $20 donation from March TV. It's a nice poem that says, "Well, I just heard the news today. It seems a doggo's life is going to change. I close my eyes, begin to play, then tears of joy stream down my face. With paws wide open, under the sunlight, welcome to this place, I'll show you everything. With paws wide open, with paws wide open." Thank you so much for that amazing poem, March TV. And that went towards the Hollow Knight Do the Path of Pain. That's $20 towards that incentive. And there's $30 left on it. And that also went towards the Death's Door language option, which means Japanese is currently in the lead with $50 or $20, and the other options are Korean, German, French, and Spanish. So make sure you get those donations in if you want to see the Path of Pain, or if you want to see a different language for Death's Door.
Awesome, awesome. Path of Pain is going to be really cool. I hope that gets reached.
If this is a song that I was supposed to sing, I don't know it enough. I don't. I'm sorry.
It might be. I'm pretty sure it's a Creed song, which is unfortunate. But thank you for the donation anyway, March. All goes to a good cause. So this is the tower. This is an auto-scroller. There will be a little bit more auto-scrolling in the game later on, but we'll see that. But this is mainly an auto-scroller here. There's a few intentional deaths that I can take, like this, that'll kind of scroll the screen up a little bit. There's about 5 different points at which you can do that throughout this level. Can do it here. There we go. But for the most part, this game, you can't really speed up this level. You're kind of fixed into, you know, the slow scrolling that it does. There we go. So it's basically, you're just trying to make it through here, not get spiked on any of the tops or bottoms of the level. If you happen to get too close to the top or bottom, the retractable spikes appear. So be careful not to get hit by those. I like this section though at the end here because it kind of has this guide in the background for like where you can kind of line yourself up to not get hit by spikes. There we go. Speaking of spikes, you may have seen a lot of them. Captain Viridian hates spikes. It is his least favorite thing, so it's really awful that he's in this dimension full of spikes called Dimension B, and B's kind of look like spikes. And it's all just a huge nightmare for him. But we have now rescued another crew member. This is Vermilion. And we have now taken the teleporter and ended up in this kind of strange area here, devoid of any color. And we are now completing an escort mission, basically. Ooh. Okay, let's try that again. So he only walks when we are on the floor. Otherwise, he does not move at all. So that creates some interesting challenges here. So we're just going to walk on the ceiling here so that he doesn't go face first into these shapes over here. And there's more tricky stuff here. The challenges get more complicated as you go through this level. So here's one where we have to be extremely careful to not have him ricochet into the spikes. There we go. And I'm gonna focus here because this is the most complex puzzle here. There we go, and now me, I have to make it across, and no, ooh, shoot. Okay, let's try that again. 2, 3. Okay, give myself enough leeway there. There we go. 2, okay. That might be my least favorite part of the game, just in general. Oh, that was an interesting looking thing there. I want to do that, and then we need to move Vermilion across there. And then this part's just easy. This part is free. There we go. Successful escort mission complete. And we saved our ship's security officer, so now he can be on watch for us throughout the level. So we'll see him around. We'll see Vermilion again. There he is. Hello, Vermilion. Okay. So we're out of that little intermission there. We're making our way up to the next area over here to find more of our crew that is scattered throughout this dimension. Hi, Vermilion. Everyone say hi to Vermilion. Doing his job, protecting us, keeping us safe. And now we've entered the warp zone. Or, well, rather, we're about to enter the warp zone. It's getting... Things are getting kind of strange here. Portals everywhere. Traversing through this area. You'll notice that these open areas, they don't really have names for these areas. It's just outer space, basically. But with some of the other levels, when we actually get into one of the main levels here, if you look at the bottom of the screen, you can see the name of the level. Those levels were all named by Bennett Foddy of Bop fame, actually, so fun fact. Oop, yeah, this way. Okay, so the gimmick in this area is that everything kind of wraps around. It's called the warp zone. So, you'll see there I entered one end of the screen and came out the other end. Let's do that again. Whoop. 3 and 4, go. There we go. So, you have rooms like this that are extremely confusing. Basically, you have to go through every section of this maze here. Called the Maze with No Entrance. There we go. Obey. So these rooms are particularly difficult. This room is one of my least favorite. There we go, look at that. This section actually was one of my trouble areas for a very long time, but I've recently gathered a few tips to help make it a little easier, and it's really satisfying to go very quickly through these rooms, especially at the end here. There we go. And the heart rooms. Perfect. And this is one of the more complex ones. Let's go. Up here, and perfect. And we have Verdigris! Yay! You'll notice that all of the ship's crew are named after different colors, which is awesome. They also all start with V, different colors that start with the letter V. You know, following the theme and all. Okay, so this is the Gravitron. This is usually a make or break for my runs. We'll see how long we get stuck here, but hoping for a smooth Gravitron. You have to survive on this for 60 seconds. Luckily, it checkpoints every 5, so you don't have to worry too much about that. The patterns are the same unless you die. With the exception of the 20 to 30 second part of the Gravitron, which is completely random. Although it might look like some of the patterns are familiar, it is totally random, and it is a pain to deal with. But we will do our best today. There we go. So you'll notice about every 10 seconds, the patterns kind of switch up. Okay. And we are going into the 30 to 20 second mark, so this is complex. Oh gosh, okay. Thought I was gonna do that, so... so like I said, this is totally random. I am just guessing here. We luckily made it out of there. Okay, and this is again, this is a set pattern on this section. It is a pain to kind of die in this section because I find that I just end up... I can't get a good rhythm in at this point. So it's like this thing where it's like, yeah, I'm doing really great. Oh no, death, oh, after death, after death. Okay. Come on, Gravitron. It doesn't help that the pattern basically switches up every single time you die here either. There we go. Perfect. Great. Excellent. So we are almost done. We just have this section here. And Gravitron is over. Whew. And then you have Viridian there saying, I feel dizzy! I would too, pal. Okay. So...
Wait, can you die after the timer is over?
Yes, actually, you just kind of float back down to the floor. You lose a few frames, so it's not ideal to die there, but it's totally fine. You won't have to reset or anything. So this soundtrack in this area, this song is my absolute favorite. It's very Tron-like. This level, just in general, this is called the Lab, and it's probably my favorite level in the game. The mechanic that this level introduces is these lines that automatically flip gravity for you when you hit them. So here's a kind of a complex room. Let's see if we can get this. Oh, too soon. There we go. Oh no! Oh my gosh, spiked right at the end there, huh? There we go. And then we have this huge bounding leap over several different rooms. Let's try not to get a face full of spikes there. Perfect. And then we're gonna hold left all the way here to hopefully bypass all of these spikes as well. There we go. These guys are a little tricky with their timing. And then we have another one of these over here. There we go. Take it easy on the bounces here. Oh, oops. Let's try that again. Perfect. Always grab that checkpoint there because I do not trust myself to make that jump. There we go. Okay, and here is our last crewmate that we have to rescue. This is Victoria. And yes, Victoria is actually a shade of blue. So, still follows the naming convention. There we go, level complete. Okay, so we've rescued all of our crewmates. We have Violet, Vitellary, Vermilion, Verdigris, Victoria. And here they all are, back at our base. And, oops, where are we? Where did we go? We didn't come through the teleporter. Uh-oh. So we're alone in this area that is, again, devoid of any color. Only spikes. And you'll notice that this is kind of like, there's a few levels here and mechanics that look kind of familiar. This is kind of like a boss rush of levels, is like how I like to describe it. So all the mechanics that we've learned throughout the rest of the game are present in this level. Luckily, we're not going through that center part there. So this part can get a little tricky. So we are trying to... I would try to do a frame-perfect jump there, but I don't think that's going to work. Neither is that. This is one of the trickier parts of the level. Oh gosh, a little too late there. And too early there. I will get this. We will get this. Hold on. This part's also pretty difficult to do under circumstances like, say, being in a stressful situation like performing for everyone. There we go. Okay, cool. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so we just destabilized the dimension we were in. So, I mean, we got the color back in the world, but, you know, we've also, ended up with a whole bunch of new fun things to deal with, like this, time slip. I'm so glad that I got that first try. That can be a little tricky because you have the conveyor belt moving against you there. There we go. Let's try to get through this. So we saw this before in the previous level we were in. There we go, and I talked about there being an auto-scroller later on, and like I said, this is a boss rush, so we do get to see the auto-scroller again. Okay. 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Jump up here. Hopefully, there we go. Perfect, and we are coming up on the end here, actually. So, here we go. It's called the last straw. W, V, last trinket, and V, 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 out of space! And time is coming up in right now. Oh, sorry, I guess it was already, yes. Anyway, we're good. We're good on time. 48 deaths, and hardest room was the Gravitron, as usual. There we go. But that is V. That is my glitchless any % run of V. It is such a great game, has a great soundtrack, actually a pretty cool and fun game to speedrun too, if I do say so myself. I never get sick of the music. It's so much fun. It's been a lot of fun. I've actually I've convinced some other members of my community to run it, and now we are like competing and like, you know, it's so much fun, like friendly competition, and just I love speedrunning. But yeah. And here is the final shot, which is a nice group picture, because we've got the band back together, and here they are, all jamming out. There we go.
All right, that was an amazing run. You know, I've seen you do that.
Thank you so much.
I've seen you do that a bunch of times before, but like, you know, it's always nice to see you run it at a marathon and to have it open up for no glitches allowed 9 is absolutely amazing to see.
Definitely.
And before we head out, I do want to read out one donation from Honey Bunny Kagome that says, !compliments, Crime. You'll get that Robotnik one day. And
thank you so much, Kagome.
Then that went towards Hollow Knight's Path of Pain, and also Death Store language option, but this time Korean. So we do have a bit of a battle there. Make sure you get those donations in to get those incentives met, and of course, raise money for Good Rescue Pet Adoption Center. But thank you so much again, Crime, for that amazing run. Stay tuned, everyone. We're going to be right back with W. Carrick playing Super Mario World 11 exits and major glitches. That's going to be an amazing run. We have a really good first day for y'all, so stay tuned.